Greetings, and welcome to Astrology with Agneta. I'm going to take a look at the September of 2024, as it is an important and exciting, yet confusing month. And we have the whole fall of September 2024, where we might have to just take a little more personal look at ourselves and not the media. Mercury, the planet of communication, was in retrograde in August, from August 4th until August 28th. However, it moves into Virgo, which it likes to be, but it's not really. There is a motion of retrograde that sometimes we say we don't know whether we're coming or going, but in the factual astronomical part and astrological part, is that it moves forward. We always want things to move forward and right direct. So when a planet goes retrograde, it goes in a loop in the sky where it goes an opportunity for us to look at that loop within this loop, and then we move forward. So Mercury in Virgo is actually more direct after September 12th. So that is part of perhaps we looking at certain misplaced articles, the media, what can we trust nowadays? So it's trusting the self. And then after Mercury has been in Virgo, it goes in, of course, to the next phase of Libra. The other faster moving planet is Venus, the gorgeous planet of love and harmony, is in Libra. And it have started to be coming from the underworld, the underground, where she shows her power of love and compassionate peace and harmony, which she most of the time share, but she can also be a little grouchy at times, as we have two sides for these planets, the beautiful planets. But she will embrace us throughout the evening skies, throughout the whole fall, and that is where we might pay attention to when she brights ever so bright, when she shines ever so bright. And then we have Mars, which caused a little bit of challenges because Mars, the warrior, the fighter, even though it's nothing wrong to stand up for personal rights and thoughts and belief system, he was in Gemini and touched Jupiter, our largest planets. We will talk again about that. But throughout, especially in the month of August, they came very close together. So part of that is now they start to separate, and Mars does go away from Gemini, which is a little neurotic, and all the other things that comes with Mars in itself belongs to Aries in general. Now he moves into Cancer, which could be a little more caring position rather than Gemini. What we also have in the month of September, that is a regular new moon in Virgo on September 2nd. A new moon, I don't apply to, there's a new moon for new beginnings. It's dark, yes, and it's a wonderful time to reflect into the self, meditation, rituals, the drumming, and all that kind of collect. Where do we stand at this moment? And then there will be the Virgo, which of course, which is because the sun is in Virgo, the moon is in Virgo. So that's the natural phenomena about how that moves into this full moon in the month of September. It is on September 17th. And why this is important to maybe not understand, but to surrender to, because for 19 months, the eclipse pattern, the moon's nodes comes together. They stay in one zodiac sign. They do move backwards. So there's an opportunity to go within on the September 17th and really find from September 2nd, September 17th, until another eclipse comes around on October 2nd. The October 2nd concludes, even though there's one more left on March 29th, 2025. That goes into the zodiac sign of Aries and Libra. Aries is me, myself, my higher self, my lower self, whatever you want to define that for. And then, of course, Libra is always seeking peace, harmony and love for all, and justice as it is the scale to balance everything. But a little feather throws it off. Ton of brick is just off-centered. So we have to remember, who are you versus me in this whole month of September, and noticing those eclipses. Now, we say that eclipses are a phenomena of just stronger, regular full moons or new moons. It is the light, the luminaries, the sun and the moon, they shade ourselves. Never mind that gorgeous total solar eclipse on April 8th of 2024. I'm sure, myself including, millions of people, was like with the whole moon, just you saw it traveling all through and eclipsed the sun. So there is the full moon might be more personal, more emotional, more, yes, we might not be able to sleep, but before 2 and 3 days after, it is that effect. So going back to the September 17th eclipse, that is also important because that starts the zodiac signs of Pisces, serve or suffer, versus Virgo. I have to teach myself how to be intuitive, to feel. Maybe I let my little worries go. It's a worry sign, the nerves, the concern about all the little details. And Pisces feel, but so does we all. But Virgo would then kind of balance off from this next season that then will be Pisces Virgo throughout 2025. So therefore, the concept of perhaps increase, and there will probably be other things in relating to the exquisite and confusing and weird election that's going on in the United States of America at this moment in time. And we do want to, I want to remind you, I did create a segment about the presidential elections, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, in my last segment in October. In August. October is coming. But it's still like the personality are both affected. We all are affected. But coming back to Jupiter, he is in Gemini and then goes retrograded on September 12th, because it's in a movement then again, and I will share soon about all the outer planets are retrograded, and Jupiter, the good luck charmer. But if you run too fast, it might be too fast. So we need to kind of invoke Jupiter as the teacher within, to make sure we take an opportunity to reside within the peaceful part of, and the peaceful part of the world that exists, but perhaps more inside of ourselves, family, community, friends, and that way it will go out to the collective community. Trying to find taking care of ourselves so we can help others in need is a very good mantra. So Jupiter, when he joins all the other planets in this motion of the 2 eclipses that are coming through in the fall of 2024, as an opportunity to pay attention and not get caught off guard. The other planet that is quite strong at the moment, when we look at just the uncertainty of that is happening at the moment, is Uranus in Taurus. So you have this connotation of everything can happen when it comes to Uranus. He is in one sign for 7 years, and he goes retrograded on September 1st. So you have this beginning of September, both Uranus and Jupiter join the other planets that are already retrograded. So we jump over to this picture of the coming month, September. Then we still know, like, wow, this is exciting. No, it's not. It's right or wrong. It's about making sure you make the right decision for you versus others. And that all should matter in the eclectic way of looking at the world, not just America. Please, all the planets are affecting the globe. It's not just America, but it became a very powerful, strong, and rich country. So in that process, who are we, the little us, in a big world of change? Yes, there is a change. I have shared, and I might do it every time I speak to you, about this is a bigger change than maybe 4 or 5 years ago, because all the outer planets are the collective in our little world. But of course, it's important for all us to be in the positive and the right decision mode, so that we go into Saturn is in Pisces. And there you go with that eclipse on September 17th, that it is the vision, is what we really trust. Maybe perhaps Pisces is where we retreat back into spirituality. And many people escape, and that goes in with drugs and alcohol. Be a little cautious to not escape to the real world, because there is that future. But what I have shared lately, or no, a few years actually, through lectures and workshops, is the fact that all the outer planets is the collective. And yes, our individual selves is absolutely involved with that. But they don't go out until they are done in 2026. Therefore, this election is very prominent for us to make the right decision for yourself. And if you don't have children and grandchildren, is the whole global change that is occurring right in front of us. Therefore, we have to put on extra, could be a security pattern, individual self, taking the extra walks, making sure that whatever we have for resources, we say thank you. So when we then go back to Saturn, is in Pisces, and so is Neptune. So Saturn is already in retrograded, which means that little loop to say like, will the government control who is the boss in charge? The self, standing up for our rights, and finding that he does go direct on November 15th. So that is after November 5th. And now we come to Neptune too, that everybody is observing that Neptune is in 29 degrees. That happens to be a fascinating degree from the Persian symbolic things about how we look at from 0 to 30 degrees in everything we count, you know, planet, houses, and the zodiac signs. So Neptune is 29 degrees now in retrograde, but will go forward again eventually, but not out of the 29 degree until 2026. So there's that faith that, or understanding why this election is very important for us to make the right decision. The other one that is the biggest of them all in power, but the smallest one in size, is Pluto. He has been traveling in the sign of Capricorn since 2018 and will leave in 2024. In January, he went into Aquarius, and the symbol of Aquarius, all the symbols of the zodiac sign are very interesting to really study and understand and integrate. So Aquarius is an air sign, together with Libra and Gemini as well, air. So that's the thought process, that's our visions, that's our wavelengths of connect to the AI, okay? So that we see what we are seeing, feeling, and intuition, accepting humanitarian aspects of all, accepting those who choose a different lifestyle than you. So the Aquarius has this way of looking at the way of being an air sign for the future. Some Aquarians becomes very traditional because it used to be ruled by Capricorn. Now it's Aquarius because we do change for the future. We're here to enjoy every day. So when then the symbol again for Aquarius is an air sign, and why is he or she carrying an urn of water? Well, the water is the flow of energies, the flow of thought processes, the thought of being humanitarian rather than politics, perhaps, so that we can enjoy that way of we have our own choices. So that was a big hooray when Pluto went away from Capricorn into Aquarius in January. However, in September, on September 1st, yes, September 1st, again, is a very important part of our September in general, to do what we have to do and do it right for our own sake and for humanitarian aspects. So when Pluto goes back into Capricorn, we go, oh, I'm not controlled. I'm not controlled. The government can't tell me what to do. The media can't tell me what to do. So you go backwards into Capricorn, retrograded. Remember that loop? Then when he goes direct, October 11th of 2024, next month, that is, then he stays at that 29 anaretic degree. The anaretic degree, which I've actually talked about up to that 2026, we need to listen. We need to listen with our heart. Yes, the mind, but the heart always wins. Looking at that beautiful Venus now,